Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine and this is your energy forecast for June 2020. So we're going to start off by looking at the energies that we're bringing in from May and that may go throughout the month of June. We're going to be looking into the mind, body, and spirit, what it is that we need to focus on, what it is that we need to allow, also what it is that we need to release or clear. We're going to be looking into relationships, and then we're going to be closing off with some messages from the universe. So for those of you that I do free readings on Instagram once in a while, so I do have all my links below for Facebook, Instagram, my website, and I also have links for all the cards that I'm using in the description box below as well. So we're going to start off with energies that we may be bringing in from May and going into June. Okay, this is just opening messages. So funny story, I've actually been trying to record this video all day, and every time I started recording there was either lawnmowers and then the garbage truck and then people and so I had to keep stalling the messages that were coming through, and for me it felt like, maybe there was a reason for it, like, and so I'm just going with it because now it's nice and quiet, and I'm like, maybe the messages just needed some time, to balance themselves in order to come through for this reading. So the first thing is the Nine of Pentacles. So here's the thing, Pisces, I feel like this month, and again, coming in from June, there's a recognition. You're recognizing, I'm not saying that right, you're recognizing the fact of some sort of independence. Okay, now whether this is job, career, this could be just your own personal independence. You're needing that strength within yourself. You might be looking at external circumstances and going, okay, this at this moment, maybe I need to let go of some energy and really concentrate on myself. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So again, I'm feeling like some of you may have been a difficult month for you. It may have been difficult to some degree, with finances, love, relationships, whatever it is, but it is showing me here some sort of need of, looking, instead of paying attention to the current circumstances of what you're surrounded with, you're actually having to take a look, and you're wanting to take a look at your own independence or your own creation is what I keep getting. Yeah, that King of Cups is coming through as well. So for me, it's a balance of your emotional energy as well. I do feel that for some of you may have been challenging for you emotionally. Okay, and that King of Cups energy is saying, I am now taking charge. So if I'm going to switch these around, you're now taking charge of your own emotional circumstances. You're taking charge of your own emotional health, but you're also taking charge of your own, like, destiny, I guess. You're not relying on others anymore, okay, is what I'm getting at. I feel like for May, some of you may have been relying on the energy of others in order to sort of push you through the month, and they weren't coming through. Okay, so I do feel some disappointment in here, and that could have been, again, with job, career, love, whatever it is. But I do feel some disappointment in there, and you just sort of took charge of yourself and are moving forward. So let's get some clarifying messages coming through. That was kind of loud. Sorry about that. Hope I didn't crack any eardrums there. All right, let's get some clarifying messages for Pisces for this reading. Yeah, sexuality even. I do feel that, in this matter of strength, of coming into yourself, it even could be recognizing the fact of your own, your own body, your own being, your own sexuality. It doesn't have to, sexuality doesn't need to be actual sex. It doesn't need to be intimacy, but it's recognizing your own personal strength. You look at this woman and she's strong, she's, beautiful, she's independent, she's not standing there waiting for somebody. She's kind of like, here I am, and I don't need this energy of waiting for somebody else at this particular moment. A lot of healing going on for you guys. And again, I do feel like this could be some sort of emotional healing that you may have gone through. And again, this might be going into you know, and surrounding you throughout the month of June is what I'm getting. Yeah, how teachable are you? So this, what I'm getting, Pisces, here is the fact that, first of all, you know, this may have been some sort of cycle that you have gone through, okay? Some sort of cycle where, you know, at some point you were kind of relying on maybe other people to give you that sense of, you know, that sexuality or that independence or that strength, or recognizing your own beauty in here. But what I'm getting here is you're leaving that behind now. You're starting to, you know, embrace all of you. You're doing a lot of healing, and it's asking you, you know, continue doing this. How teachable are you? Are you going to repeat that cycle? And I feel like through the month of June, you're really focusing in on yourself. And it doesn't mean that you're not with a partner at this, you know, particular point, or it doesn't mean that, you know, there's still not somebody maybe that you're looking at as a person of interest, or, you know, maybe you're in some sort of relationship, you know, just starting casual, whatever it is, but you're not relying on them to give you that feeling of that strong sense of sexuality. Okay, that strong sense of independence. You're really focusing in on you for this month. So we're going to take a look into some energies that we can allow, or that we should be allowing this month, you know, things that we need to focus on. I actually really, I really like the beginning of this reading for you, Pisces. It's a very strong reading. It's really saying, I am letting go. I'm not letting, you know, this crap push me forward. I'm now coming into my own strength. And I love that. So let's see, mind, body, and soul we're going to be taking a look at for the month of June for Pisces. These are a new deck, so I am having some trouble. There we go. All right, mind, body, and soul for Pisces. I feel like this one to start. Nature. This is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to has much to offer. So take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. Yeah, you know, I feel that for some of you, you most definitely have been spending some time outside, and maybe this is where you're also coming into that recognition of yourself. It's giving you time to think. It's giving you time to take a break. It's time to, you know, giving you time to take that step back. But I feel like you need to continue this throughout the month of June. Okay. You know, keep going, cleansing. See, again, your mind, body, and soul. It's really talking about this for you guys this month. Your mind, body, and soul are urging you to take time out for much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. You know, Pisces, you can't make that up. I mean, it is telling you what it is that you need to do for yourself for this month. Okay. I feel like some of you have most definitely already started this. You're already, you know, in this energy, and it's telling you what you know, for those of you that have, it is giving you that clarification that is exactly what you were supposed to be doing, but also continue this. Okay. I feel like, you know, I'm feeling like if you had, you know, just, it's like your whole body has been absorbing some sort of negative energy for, you know, maybe the month of May, maybe a little bit longer than that. You know, this could be weeks, months. And I'm feeling it's like if you had a jar of, you know, water that had junk in it, and you start pouring that clean water and you had a drain, it's like that clean water is starting to come in. It's starting to cleanse your entire body. This is what I keep getting in this strength card. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body. Again, mind and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. So again, that's that confirmation from Spirit saying, look at you, you are not alone in this. You are strong enough to keep going. You are Cleanse your body, cleanse your mind, allow us to help you through this process is what I keep getting. So the things to focus on are really letting go of past habits, past behaviors, past, just crap that we could have, within our mind, body, and soul, is what I'm feeling. And it's time to really focus on yourself. Pisces are so generous, with their love, their emotions. They can be, they can really surround other people with all of, their generosity. And I feel like this is really a time for you now to remove the stuff that you no longer need in order to move forward. Okay. To really give your body a good detox is what I'm getting here. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to literally do a detox with, like, something external, although if you feel like you wish to, but I am feeling like nature, as it says here, nature. Go for walks, go, if you guys have lakes or oceans around you, I mean, allow that to absorb, go spend some time outdoors, go spend some time where you feel that you're being rejuvenated just by nature itself or the universe itself. Like, allow yourself to go through this process of detoxing. So we're going to get some clarifying cards. For Pisces for June. I actually feel like this one right here. Princess of Winter. This is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. Yeah, again, I feel like this is the message that's coming through, whether it's coming from me or whether it's coming from your own body, your own soul. You may have even had friends or family that have said, look, it's time for you to take a break. And this could be exactly just, as I said, just coming in from your own soul. I feel like it's time to cut some things out. Allow yourself to move forward is what I keep getting here. The Nine of Winter. Your worries and fears aren't real. They're fueled by focusing in on the negative, which gives power to that which you're afraid of. Stop worrying, let go of fear, and everything will be okay. How beautiful is that? Really, how beautiful is that? It is really saying here, cut out the junk that you no longer need. Don't get yourself caught in that feeling of being paranoid or, again, worrying about the thoughts or the feelings or the emotions of somebody else or other people around you. Now's the time for you. Now is really the time for you. And I truly love that. And it is also confirming too that a lot of the things that were going on perhaps inside of your mind were some elements of being paranoid. Like, I'm not saying you're being a paranoid person. What I am saying though is that maybe not everything is as it looks. Okay, so if there's a particular person, or whether this is again job or career, and you're maybe not hearing from them, or maybe things aren't, it's feeling like things are a little bit off or not going as you wish. There could be some elements of, your own mind putting those projections there. Okay, that's what I keep getting. A Prince of Autumn. So this would be the Knight of Pentacles. It's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. So the Knight of Pentacles is actually one of my favorite cards. And I'll tell you why. It's because you're actually making solid plans and you're moving forward in a way that is not being... You're not pushing it. You're allowing yourself to cleanse first is what I'm getting. So cleanse that mind, body, and spirit. Have the plans in place of what it is that you would like. But this, it's okay to take that time and really think about your next move as well. I feel like doing the cleansing first will help you have a more solid vision and a more solid strength of moving forward. So the Knight of Pentacles for me, when it comes through, and this can actually relate to, relationships as well. Things are happening, but you may not always see, what exactly is going on simply because it's not being shown up in that 3D realm. But know that behind the scenes, the universe, God, your angels, your guides are all working for you to help you. But at the same time, you may be also caught in this feeling of this Nine of Swords energy, okay, where you're looking at things, you're focusing in on the things that you no longer need to focus on, and it's time to let go of that and allow yourself to move forward. But, again, jumping into something immediately before doing that cleansing, if we're not cleansing that mind, body, and soul, what we're going to end up doing is repeating that cycle, okay? Because we're not at a full place of that cleansing. And it does ask you, how teachable are you? So it's basically saying, do you want to keep repeating these cycles, or do you want to actually do the healing that is necessary in order to move you forward? And I feel like that is what June needs to be focused on at this current time. Okay. And I'm, the other thing that I keep feeling from this is it's like, I'm going to try to explain this as best as I possibly can. It feels like at the end of this, there's this beautiful like trophy. Okay. And again, whether this is career, whether this is, relationships, or however it relates to whatever aspect in your life, I feel like you have this trophy that's sitting there, and you're trying to achieve this trophy. But what you need to do is sort of drop a lot of stuff that you no longer need in order to get this trophy. And the trophy is there waiting for you. So there's no rush to get it. Like, you're not in competition with anyone. There's no need to, push through, I guess, I want to say like push through a crowd. Okay, even though it's like a metaphorical crowd, in order to get to this trophy. You don't need to rush to it. Just take your time. Take your time, do the cleansing and healing that is necessary for you at this moment. So we're going to take a look into things to release, things to clear for the month of June. What it is that you no longer need. Or, even how to release it, how to clear it. Let's see what messages are coming through here. I just feel like this is going to be a really important month for you, Pisces. Okay, it's going to be a very strong month for you. I feel like, and I remember even in the May forecast, I did keep picking up, like, this is going, like, May, you don't need to worry, like, things are happening. But I do feel that you may have lost that message somewhere along the way and throughout May, instead of remembering, like, look, everything's going to be okay. I don't need to wrap my head around all of this junk that's coming through. I don't need to wrap my head around all the energy that is no longer needed. Okay. And that's what I keep getting. So the first card that's come, holding on way too tight. So you're holding on to, like, it's time to release what you're holding on to. You don't need to hold on to it anymore. Things are happening. Things are happening. You're just not seeing it. And sometimes what we need to do is just allow it to be created instead of trying to control the creation of it. Okay. Miracle. I can't make this up, Pisces. Like, honestly, this is a miracle. Like, allow yourself to believe in the miracle. The miracle might not happen overnight. Again, we have that Knight of Pentacles energy that was coming through, that, this Prince of Autumn, this Knight of Pentacles. Allow things to form as they are. If they form too quickly and they're not ready to come into creation yet, they're not going to work to the best of your advantage. Okay. And so it is really time to cleanse yourself first. Have faith that this miracle is being created, but stop hanging on to whatever it is that you no longer need to hang on to. Breaking dawn. Yeah. Again, like, you are going to see that dawn is what I'm getting here. Do the work that is needed for you at this particular time and allow that dawn to come through. Okay. If we're sitting there waiting for a sunrise, this is what I keep getting. If we're sitting there waiting for a sunrise and we're not doing the work, it's going to feel like that nighttime, I guess, or that, that darkness that's over you. It's going to feel like it's taking forever. Okay. And if we just kind of go about and do what it is that we need to do, that dawn is just going to suddenly come upon us. That's what I keep getting. So we're going to get some clarifying cards in regards to clearing, releasing. Let's see what they have to say. And I feel like you guys know this. Okay, that's the thing. You know this, and you may have had others tell you, you may have had others suggest it, you may have even, this just might have been just messages from within yourself, but for some reason you're just hanging on too tightly. It's like you want to have the prize, but that prize isn't quite ready yet. Okay, and sometimes other people need to do their work in order for that prize to come to you. All right, but I am feeling that there is some cleansing that you guys need to do first in order to allow this miracle to be created. But have faith that that miracle is being created for you. It is coming to fruition. Just try not to focus in on it, okay? And the more that we're focusing in on it, the more we're changing the energy of it, because we're trying to control it. So let go of that control is what it's saying here. Yeah, that Four of Cups energy. So it feels like, again, even though this miracle is trying to come through, you have your back turned toward it. Imagine this as that miracle, and you're looking away. You're like, no, it's not coming. No, I'm not. No. And, like, how can it come through if you're not going to turn around? And it's funny because this card, there's a joke, kind of in the tarot world, I guess, where people kind of look at this cup and go, just take the damn cup. Take the damn cup. It's like, here, take that damn miracle. Okay? That miracle is trying to come through, but you have to allow it. You have to turn around and see it. Okay? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. What did I just say? Yeah, you've already planted the seeds. You already know what it is that you wanted. Things are coming to fruition. But again, just because you plant a seed, you can't sit there and watch that seed, grow. It's not going to happen. You have to water it, you have to nurture it, but you also have to nurture yourself and your own mind, your own soul, in order to create this miracle coming through. Yeah, that Nine of Swords energy is coming. So to release and clear, remove those thoughts and those feelings that are holding you back. Remove those thoughts, because I do feel like for many of you, those thoughts are more of you focusing in on the external and maybe not seeing the actual picture of what is trying to happen. You might be looking at it, through, like, I want to say, like foggy glasses. Okay, you're not seeing the picture clearly. You're just focused in on the emotions that you're feeling, or what you may be seeing on this 3D plane. Okay, so take another look at it and look at it from a 5D type of picture, where understand the fact that, Spirit is doing everything they can to bring this miracle to you. But if you don't turn around and you don't look at it and do the work that is needed to be done, it's very difficult for it to come in. Okay. And, that dawn is going to rise. Okay. So allow and have faith and have trust that things are being created for you. So we're going to take a look into relationships at this moment. See what messages for relationships are coming through for Pisces. It's so nice that now it's semi-quiet out there. I can actually hear myself, but it was funny because every time I turned on the video, there was something coming through, and this might be wise because, maybe the messages just weren't quite ready. Maybe I needed to do some clearing, and, that can happen too, right? All right, so, but I feel like this is a really important message. I feel like that was almost like, why it took a little bit of time. It felt like the universe, or, your angels, your guides were kind of like, okay, you know what? These are really important messages that are coming through for Pisces right now. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. So when I see this, this actually could be, this could be in the literal sense. Okay, there might be some of you that are, having some struggles with children. or it's not even the struggles are with the children. It could be, however this relates to you. It could be the fact that maybe somebody in your romantic life does have children. Maybe, they're feeling that they need to put responsibilities towards those children at this time. This could be for, those in relationships. Maybe your love life is being affected by children because of the fact that, what we've all been going through, globally. And, maybe you just don't have time for, that sexuality that was coming through. Okay. That sexuality card basically, maybe you haven't had time to spend, in the bedroom and try to, rejuvenate that relationship, right? If you're in a married or a committed relationship of some sort, that could be very literal. But I do feel that for many of you, this love life is already, is basically what it's saying is that, again, clearing out that inner child. Okay. And this could be for you and it could be for your person. You both might, or this person or you, take it as it relates, but there could be some immaturity within, your person of interest. Okay. They might be at that place where they're not quite mature enough for that relationship. And when we're talking about the miracle and being patient and waiting, you might be very much looking at them as that 9 of winter, in that 9 of winter frame of mind going, okay, how come they're not doing this? And I feel like I'm depressed because I'm not seeing, I'm focusing in on this immaturity. But at the same time, remember that spirit is working for you. So they are, I feel like for many of you, spirit is helping this person, again, whether it's you or whether it's them, to become more mature, okay, on an emotional and mental type of level. Okay, that's what I keep getting. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. So when we are in sort of that negative place, it is really hard for us to receive the energy. I'm also hearing right now too, as I do feel that for many of you, your person of interest has been sort of somehow sending you messages. Now, I feel like this might be on more of a spiritual plane, but if you are closed off and you're in that 9 of Swords energy and you're in that closed off energy, you're hanging on to old, old energy, you're not going to hear the messages. It's going to be really hard for those messages to come through. Okay. If you're in that 5 of Pentacles frame of mind as well, but especially this 9 of Swords energy. So it's really hard to hear the messages that are coming through, and they can come through in dreams, they can come through in songs, that can come through in visions. However it is that sometimes you receive messages, maybe even you've asked for signs, and it is saying, because if you ask for a sign but you're closed off to that sign, you might not be receiving it. So it is asking you to open your heart. And again, for those of you that might be already in some sort of relationship, if you have, because this heavy energy coming in from May has put you in sort of a place where you're feeling sort of negative, and you might be looking at things within that 9 of Swords energy again, it is time for you to open up. Okay, allow yourself to love. Remove the walls, remove the blocks, the barriers. Take some time to yourself if you need to, in order to balance yourself, to get yourself into that frame of mind. But it is time to open up, and sometimes even just going for a walk and putting that love into nature can really make a difference. When we're listening to the birds, we're listening to, we're looking at just the beautiful things that, have been created on this earth. It might be time to take a step back and take a look at all of the beauty that's in the world. Even if you're not in a place where you can just venture out into the forest or the woods, maybe you live in the city or the some sort of metropolis. I can't speak. Take a look around your neighborhood and look for the beauty. Look at the people saying hi, look at the people smiling, look at, just look at the simple things, because sometimes it is those simple things that we need to draw into our life, or to recognize, in order to see the beauty behind it. And that's what I keep getting. Healing family issues, your life benefits as you forgive your parents. So again, going back to this children, there might be some of you that are healing some sort of family issues, in regards to family life. And sometimes our family life, or our past family life, or, maybe the way that we were brought up, can affect our relationships. moving forward. Okay, if we had kind of a, you know, a crappy childhood, if we're, you know, if we had, you know, some sort of issue or dependencies or whatever it was, it may be very difficult for us to open up our hearts and minds towards love. But I'm also getting here again, I feel like a lot of forgiveness, not only to your parents, like this family. I feel like this is like a family and tribe. So, you know, it could be past issues from other people as well. It might even just be past issues from, you know, past lovers, past relationships is what I'm getting as well. And it also very well could be that your person of interest or your current partner is actually needing to go through this healing of family issues. Okay, maybe they need some help. Maybe that's where they're stuck right now, and maybe that's why they might not be coming forward if you know, if you are struggling within your family life. But I do feel that, again, it is safe for you to love. It's being affected by children. So I feel like an inner child feeling that is coming through that needs that healing, and keeping your heart open. Okay. I'm feeling that for some of you, this very much does have to do with your person of interest. And if you're feeling like, oh, okay, I feel like they abandoned me, they're not paying attention to me, maybe I'm not hearing from them, I feel like for some of you, this might be very much the reason why. And this could be relating to you too. I mean, this could be opposite, where it's you that needs to do that healing. But, again, I feel like you have to have faith. I feel like things are being, they're not as they seem. So if you feel like somebody has ghosted you or disappeared, remember that they might be going through their own issues at this point in time, but to keep your heart open. Okay, if you close down your heart just because of what you think it is that you're seeing, or you think of what it is that you think you're feeling, then, you know, you're not really keeping that door open for this person when they do go through their healing, when they do go through that emotional maturity that they need to go through, when they learn to release their own, you know, inner child issues that they may have been bringing them forth. Okay, so let's get some clarifying cards. The Tower. Yeah, I feel like somebody is really going through or about to be going through a huge change. Like, I feel that for some of you, and again, this might relate to you, it could be relating to them. But I feel this is almost, you know, for, I'm going to say half and half. Okay. But I'm going to look at this from the, you know, the other person's point of view. So I feel like your person of interest is about to go through some sort of huge tower moment where they are, you know, again, releasing that inner child. They are doing a lot of healing, and they might need that spiritual energy of love that you can send to them. So even if you're not in the physical sense with them, they do need you to have your heart and your energy open. Maybe just send them love at this point in time. Okay, and I feel like it's safe to do so. And if you do so from sort of a disconnected point of view, you know, it doesn't mean that you need to physically be with them, but you can send them that energy through spirit is what I'm getting, because I feel like they're about to have some sort of breakthrough. They are about to have some sort of realization or recognition of what it is that they need to heal in order to move forward within this connection. Yeah, the Four of Swords, they need that time. They need that time. And again, this could be you. Okay. But, and if it is you, and I actually feel like this Four of Swords is relating to both of you. You know, you need to heal, you need to repair, and maybe this time apart, if that's where, you know, you are energetically at this time, it is really absolutely necessary. And again, going back into that, you know, that nature, you know, really look at the blessings in your life instead of looking at the negative aspects of what may be possibly going on. And this even has to do with those of you in some sort of, you know, committed relationship. I do feel that if there's been issues within you and your partnership, it's time to just, you know, allow them to do the healing that they need to do. Be there for them, absolutely, but allow that healing. And maybe it's you that needs the healing as well. Yeah, and the Ten of Wands, I feel like some of you have taken on the burden of other people's issues, okay? And again, this could be your own issues. Take it as you will. But this Ten of Wands energy, you know, is very heavy. It's very overwhelming. It is like it's time for you to release that. And again, going into that Four of Pentacles energy that we had before, you know, where you're hanging on. Like it's time to let go and not hang on. You don't need to hang on to it anymore. I know it's here somewhere. I just don't know where, but it's here. But you know, it is time, or that Four of Cups energy, that's what I was looking at. It is time to just release, you know, what it is that you need to release. You don't need to hang on to it anymore, is basically what I'm getting. Even that Nine of Swords energy. But I'm also feeling here as well for your person of interest. Again, if you're, you know, if you're, whether you're in a committed relationship or not, what I'm getting here is they're going to go through this Tower moment. It's going to allow them, you know, they need that time to themselves, but it does help them to drop a burden. Okay, is what I'm getting. I'm feeling like for some of you, your person, and again, this might be you, is feeling very overwhelmed and very heavy, and it is time to just go into yourself. Okay, go into yourself, help heal that energy for them, help heal that energy for you. I feel like those miracles are going to happen, but this is a necessary time for the both of you in order for both of you to move forward into the future. And for those of you that are single, I'm also getting here, you might want to just take a look if there is no person of interest or you're not in a committed relationship. I feel this, you know, apply this all to you. Take a look at your inner child. Okay, if you're looking for a relationship, if you're wanting a relationship to happen, or maybe you just left one, heal. Allow yourself to heal. Okay, take that time that is necessary. Drop the burdens that you might be carrying within yourself in regards to that relationship. It's okay now to just let it go, to heal yourself and allow yourself to come to what it is that you need to within yourself in order to make yourself a stronger and more independent person. And just because we're independent doesn't mean that we can't be in a relationship. It doesn't mean, we had that Nine of Pentacles energy, you know, just because we're independent doesn't mean that, you know, we're going to be single forever. Okay, or that, you know, we need to be completely independent. Independent is being strong within yourself, right? Whether you're with somebody or not with somebody, that's what I keep getting. But I do feel for some of you, in order to allow that miracle to come through, you have to release the burdens of whatever it is that you're holding on to at this current moment. I really feel like for a lot of you, just spending some sort of time, even if it's at a local park. I mean, you know, go to a swing set if you can, you know, or, you know, just do something fun for your inner child. You know, go for a bike ride, or do whatever it is that makes you happy. Bring yourself back to a place where you can do some sort of healing. All right. Hobby, craft, whatever it is, but just take a break. Work on yourself this month as opposed to worrying about where others are emotionally, physically, mentally, that sort of thing. So we're going to actually take a look into, just to close off for closing messages for you Pisces. I'm going to be using the Mystical Shaman deck, okay, and I am going to be reading from the deck for this for these cards, for this card, simply because of the fact I really enjoy the messages that come through with this deck. The Curse. Okay. So let's take a look and see what it has to say. It's not literally a curse. I'm just, you know, for anybody that might have gone into some sort of heart palpitation in regards to this card, okay? The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our life. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. That's exactly what we just talked about in the reading. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. Again, that Nine of Swords energy. Not everything is as it seems, and we have to recognize that. Okay, when we're recognizing that not everything is as it seems, it's not as bad as it seems, you know, we help heal those past, you know, what might feel like curses. You know what I mean? How teachable are you? Can you move forward is basically what this is saying. It's time to move forward. Recognize the original wound that is playing out in our life. And again, that goes into that inner child healing. The invitation, it's time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. And for some of you, this might be very literal. Maybe, you know, you are looking at, again, past patterns, and remember how we had that healing family issues that came through. So this might be very much for you, where, you know, take a look at past family issues. Maybe it is time, you know, to release those and let them go. Okay, and you know, this might be for you, this could be for your person, but I do feel that for some of you, there might be some blocks or barriers that are coming through simply because there are karmic issues that you need to clear up. And remember that these aren't your burdens, okay? That burden card also came through. But what happens if we're looking at, you know, if we're looking at our family, maybe we didn't have the best family life, we can bring that as a karmic issue forward. And, you know, it's really not our legacy to be hanging on to. Okay, so take that as you will, take it how it resonates with you. But it does tell you, craft a new course for yourself. And it could be sometimes even our own burdens that we brought upon ourselves, maybe our old patterns or our old behaviors in some way that we've been hanging on to. And it's time to really do that detox and cleanse right now. And it says the medicine, beware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or a karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you'll also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. So you could take that very literally. You could take that just basically as to what it's saying is now is the time, instead of sitting there and focusing in on, you know, some of the negative aspects that may have happened in the past or to you. It is time to, you know, move forward. It's time to release that. It's time to, you know, step into that nature. It's time to clean out that mind, body, and soul, you know, that it keeps asking you to do. It's time to have that strength in order to remove our past, you know, behaviors and our past patterns or our past mindsets. So Pisces, I truly hope that this has helped. Please leave a comment down below if this did resonate with you. Please like, subscribe. Please let me know if there's any other readings in the future that you would like to see, and what kind of things you would like to see on my channel. I love to hear it all. Please take care, and thank you so much. Many blessings.